someone can give me that, man. Cutting the cost. If a man goes to war, does he not count? If he has enough to go to war with his enemy, you got to count. If you're really up, if worst case scenario, you die. Are you willing to die for doing the right thing? You see how the world is going? Transgenders and what do you call them? Weird people, man, in front of the children. The weirdos, man. Drag queens. Even Esau's protesting against his own kingdom. Even Esau standing up against the wicked. Even a so-called white man is protesting against his own immoral ways. And the scriptures say that when you see Satan cursing out Satan, he's basically cursing out himself, man. So if Esau's cursing out his own place, then we should so much more. Knowing that we're the sons of the Most High. And therefore, knowing that we will be the rulers of the world. We have to listen, to be a ruler of the world to come, blood has to be shed. You know, it ain't gonna be some easy walk. You're talking about being an immortal ruler, judging mortals for eternity. You're gonna have to die for it, man. You're gonna die, go to death, man. And then you're worthy. A sacrifice must be made. Blood has to be shed for that. So otherwise you wouldn't take it seriously. Blood has to be shed. It's a serious contract.
You know, in the films, so like they show when someone does a deal with the devil, they have that contract and they sign it in blood. Well, we've done the same thing but on the right hand side. Entering into the strips, like entering into the contract with the Most High, you know, it really is a job. So, you know, the conditions are we have to go out to the highways and the byways.
And suffer.
And suffer. Preach the word, teach the word, if we keep to the contract, the Most High will be honourable to bless us with salvation if we be of the elect. So really it's like a job. So where you got the wicked of our the wicked of this world, they do their left hand doing their deals with the devil. We're doing our deal with the Most High. But it's the same thing, our lives in the balance. We don't keep up with what we signed up for.
So the scripture says, of all that live godly shall suffer persecution. If you want to win the Lord, you have to lose the whole world.
That's right.
You can't have one with the other. You can't have them both. You can't have it both. That's how you thought we was in the world. You in the world, you thought you could have it both. Like, you thought you could still go to the club, hire up, do all that wickedness, and still make it to heaven. Or before your deathbed, when you're on your deathbed, God, please forgive me. You thought you could just get away with it. That's what I used to think, man. When I was, so I can't live that righteous life. If I get hit by a bus before I breathe my last breath, I'm afraid to God. That's what I said in my head. This before I knew the fear of Yahweh Bashar Yahshua. When I knew the fear of the Lord, that's when I said, yeah, I'm about what's right, man. That's when I had the zeal. That's when I said, yeah, I'm going to stand up for what's right, man. This world is wicked. And we have all these enemies. Well, fuck all them people, man. I'm going to prophesy against them. To stand in the street. That's what's real. That's when it gets real, when you stand in the street. When you stand in these streets and you open up the book and you start speaking out of it, that's when things come to life, man. That's when things come to life. Shit is animated. Yeah. Police roll up, the black woman talk shit, demons come up, people start laughing at you. The Bible comes to life, it gets animated. Things, it actually happens. Miracles start happening. The chariots start appearing. The chariots start appearing, man. You know, you've all been there, man. That's what happens when you stand in the street and you open up the book.
You know, and I was thinking earlier, as you mentioned this, right? To come up on the highways and the byways, you know, it's protection. Because you have all these buildings there, right? You don't know, there could be a hitman right now, ready to shoot any one of us. So it's a blessing how, it's like, you know,
But it's a miracle.
it's a miracle.
You
That's
have,
what
you have to understand it's not us.
It's not us.
It's not us.
Not us.
It's not us. It's a miracle that we actually in the street.
Yes. Marksman anywhere. Anywhere. Hidden in any part, any village.
Drones
Right?
and that.
Drones.
There are drones. I've
Right
seen
up
them.
there. We see what the word that says, ground, up there. Somebody could be hiding right now. But it's a protection of the Lord.
You got a precept? Yep. Bring it up, bring it up.
Psalms 34 and verse 7. The angel of the Lord Yahweh encampeth around about them that fear him and deliver them. Now, if I don't add to that, the scriptures say, where two or three gathered in my name, they are my in the midst of them. But also, you've got to remember, this scripture applies to you like yourself. You could be walking home, and it's funny you say that, because on the way to camp today, I've been very mindful of following. And don't think you're not going to follow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you could be walking down the alleyway, there could be some, you know, I don't want to use the word, but spy. Following you, but the angel of God said no. So long as you're still in your faith, doesn't matter if you're alone. The angel of God said
You know what? No matter how far we are distant from one another, we're still gathered in His name.
yes.
So the Lord is always going to be even if you're by yourself.
Right.
Because we're still the Lord is gathering His elect together. Listen, from the east to the west, we're all gathered together by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in His hands. Listen, of the 4th chapter, the last verse.
Put it there. They were not trying to be there.
You don't want that again, do you?
Luke 4, last verse. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of God.
But does that mean that we're all together in one specific location? No. Some brothers are in Australia, a brother out there in Nigeria by himself, Germany, Holland, right? All across America, Jamaica, London, right? So there's brothers out there probably teaching and we don't even know. Remember, I was teaching out there for years. I didn't even have a camera. No one knew about it. So there's probably brothers out there teaching and they don't even have a camera. They don't even have a clue. So you don't even know. But we're all together. It's a church. It's a tabernacle. It's a governmental body that the Lord is raising up. So the Lord is amongst us. Just like I said, the 7 churches in Asia Minor, the one like unto the Son of Man, in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. He was amongst the 7 churches. But were they all together? No, they were in different parts of Turkey. But yet he was with all of them. So yet we're in different churches around the world, but yet Yahweh Shai is with us still.
That's right.
Right? So, this is Acts chapter 3 verse 1. Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour. You have the 3rd hour, the 6th hour, and the 9th hour. 3, 6, 9. The 3rd hour is what? 9 a.m. The 6th hour is 12 p.m. The 9th hour is 3 p.m. Right? So, they went to the temple at 3 p.m. And a certain man, lame from his mother's womb, was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple. It's beautiful. Let me break it down. A certain man lame from his mother's womb. So, when we came to this world, we were dead, man. We were born You're spiritually lame. When you're lame, means you can't walk, you're on the ground. Hurry up, man. This is how Gone Jake is, man. With the orange hair. You would never catch me ever with a hairstyle like that.
Looking like Sideshow Bob.
I remember the stage as well.
That's how far gone Jake is, man. Jake doesn't know, but he's late. Can't even think, man. That's a man lame. From his birth, he's been dead. Lame meaning when you're risen up, that's a sign that you're alive. If you're on the floor, you're lame. You're dead. So that's a man dead. Right? So read it. And a certain man lame from his mother's womb was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful. Right? At the gate of the temple. Now there's all kind of ways you can break that down, boys. Laid at the gate, that's Lazarus. You know, sitting at the gate of the rich man, filled with sores. But that's a beautiful estate to be in. When you're meek and you're humble. Right? That's a beautiful estate to be in. Because you see things more clearly when you're of a low degree. You see who's really by your side, man.
Sober-minded.
You're more sober-minded. When you're rich, it's like your riches gas you up. You're deceived by your wealth. Right? But when you have nothing, remember when we had nothing, you was looking for the truth. But what these people, when they have money, when they're full, they're not looking for a position.
Contentment.
Yeah. So you find the true beauty when you have nothing. We're beautified by wisdom. That's what beautifies us. As men, we found what it truly means to be a man when we had nothing. When we were broke, when we were sick, women didn't want us, we had nothing. But then we found what it means to be a man. To stand for something. For what is right. That's what gave us courage.
Yeah, so it's
What did it say? Then the righteous man will stand up in great boldness. Will stand up. He ain't lame. There's a miracle meaning he able to stand up now. His knees receive strength. And he can stand up on his feet against the face of such as that have afflicted him. And made no account of his labors. You stand up against who? The so-called white man. Because he made no account of our labors, man. Everything that he has is us. Right? That's the beauty of being poor. There's beauty in being poor, man. Right? And that's the depth of it, man. The depth of wisdom. The depth of it. And you're low. Right? Let me read some more. To ask alms of them that entered into the temple. There are poor man in the temple, a beggar. See, when you see a beggar, Don't see a beggar. He might be a heathen. He or she might be of another nation. And straight away you think that might be an angel, man. That might actually be an angel. It's demon, man. That might actually be an angel. The scriptures talk about entertaining angels unawares. You know, angels might come as a poor man.
That's right.
You know, all broken.
Yeah, looking all
Obviously there's deceivers and shit, but you always gotta think spiritual. You know? And remember, that's how the scriptures always talk about the poor, the lame, you know, the beggar. You know?
They that are whole need not a physician.
And you have to fear, because if you don't entertain them, in the end they might turn around and say, but I was in your street.
Yeah.
I reached my hand into you and you didn't regard me. But that's a symbol of the prophets. We're in need. We're destitute. We're begging for an audience. We've been beautified with wisdom. But who hears us? No one. No one. Did they regret in the end? Of course, the scripture says, then they shall know a prophet has been among them. Then they're gonna know. That's the scary part about it. But read on. Who seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked an alms. And Peter, fastening his eyes upon him with John, said, look on us. And it's crazy because the sister came up last week. She gave alms. She gave a lump sum. I'm not going to talk about the amount. She gave a lump sum. I ain't gonna lie, I spent it. Look, Scott still got last week. Into the bag. On the brother.
I was going to say, that lady gave an alms. Don't forget the baby. Because what you're talking about it ties into that. Because she said that could have been something. That's what I'm saying. See, a carnal man would look at the bigger picture. Like, oh, that was a bigger picture. But really, you got to look at the small picture. Because to that poor man that came up, that 12 pence could have been all his substance. So, it's funny the most I had it. But carry on, I interrupted you. It's deep. But it's funny because you're reading about it right now.
And Peter fastened his eyes upon him, and John said, look on us. And he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them. And Peter said, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have, give I thee. In the name of Yahweh Shai of Nazareth, rise up and walk. And he took him by the right hand and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength, and he leaping up stood and walked and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising the Most High. See? So that was a miracle. So what's happening right now is a miracle.
Right.
The fact that we can receive strength to stand up on our feet.
Through our weakness.
Right. Against the face of such as that afflicted us. The so-called white man. We have these signs out here. And they said, they called the police. Remember the police came up? It was last week.
Yeah.
And they came up like 9 man deep.
Yeah. No,
9 police officers deep.
There was 2 cars, 6 officers.
6 officers, but there was another one.
Oh, really?
Oh, there was 2.
Okay.
There was 2 in one, and then like 6, so 6, 7, 8. 8.
Okay.
8 officers. They all came up.
Ready to back and tackle us.
And the Edomite guy, he came up with the jet one. You could tell they keep it friends. So the white one, he was like, is there any sign? No sign. And his eyes kept looking at the sign. So he saw the sign, but he just rolled off, man.
You know what, Edwin? He knew why what he was doing when he saw the sign.
Yeah,
but you know who blocked him? It's the Most High blocked him.
Yeah.
Not going any further.
Yeah.
He blocked his mind. Because he said he got confused and he goes, okay then, and he walked off.
Yeah, he was there, yeah.
So that is, as I said, it's a miracle again.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
That shows the power of the Lord.
Because he came up, he was standing right there. The two police cars were right there. And they come up. And they said, I was looking at his eyes kept looking at the sign. He kept twitching. He said, is there no signs, no signs? And he said, all right, man.
He said flags.
Yeah. Your flags, no flags. Yeah, he kept looking at the thing. Yeah. And then he drove off. Because I think they've been told not to fuck with us.
Yeah, there's a time appointed to when they can actually leave on us. They can't do it.
They've been told not to fuck with us. Their authorities have been told not to mess with us for the time being. Let us do our thing. I think because they're trying to gather information about us so they can accuse us. Maybe that might be their thing. Huh? Yeah. They're trying to gather information so they can say, yeah, these terrorists, these niggas.
They're building a case.
No.
I study. You know what I mean? That's why when I walk past, I'm like, oh, I don't tell all my cousins, I'm like, yo, like, it's happening, bro. You see America, you see? Like, I follow that, you know what I mean? Like, I always know, like, my God is with me. Like,
Yeah.
Says it on the
Thank
Bible,
you.
it's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? The colour of his hair,
Yeah.
it's not straight. You know what I'm saying? There you go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
Don't give a fuck.
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, wake up every day. Let them know, man.
Stay with us, man. We there, man. Stay with us, man.
I can't go, man. I can't pick up my little ones, man. I swear to you, bro. I would love to stay.
Every Thursday. Yeah, man. Lord willing, man. Lord willing. So that's what I like. See that dog right there? You can tell he's been catching a little hill. You can see it in his eye, I can see in his eyes. You see catching hill. That's Lazarus. See, that's RP. That's the estate of our nation right there. He's catching hill. And he's got no other choice but to turn to the truth, man. To the stronghold. Prisoners of hope.
He was on his phone now, heard it.
Yeah. I saw him.
And he was excited. So he wasn't lying when he said he called his cousins or something like that. He called his whoever. He wasn't lying.
We weren't lying.
He felt excited for us.
Yeah. You see? But you know what? His cousins might not have the same excitement. That's the fucked up part about it. You call up your family saying, yeah. I told you this up. Yeah, man, yeah. Then they're like, yeah, man. And they're just kind of like lackadaisy. They're not buying.
You know what?
So he's going to have to probably realize that he's by himself. It's a lonely walk. It's lonely.
If I may, you know that reminds me, you know the first Back to the Future film, where Martin McFly is playing the guitar, and one of the guys is calling up his cousin Chuck Berry, he's like, Chuck, you gotta hear this, man. They push the phone to the camera because he's playing the rock guitar. So they're basically trying to say that in the film, Michael J. Fox inspired Chuck Berry Rhythm and Blues, but basically it's a song. So when that guy came up here, he's like, there's the Israelites. These Israelites never even here. So it's the same kind of thing. I don't know if you get the analogy.
Yeah. You know? So, but, you know, you're by yourself. Every man has to go in by himself. Okay? Position of difficulty. Straight gate, meaning you're in a straight gate. Position of difficulty. You have to go in by yourself. It's difficult. The gate is straight. The way is narrow, man. And one man can go in there at a time. You can't hold hands on no one.
It's not carrying anybody into
You can't hold hands with your camp either.
Yeah.
Some man praise this man, I praise that man. I've been following that man. You can't hold hands with him. When the time when tribulation comes, you're by yourself.
I thought about you.
Shalom. Yes. Shalom. Yeah. Go over there. Yeah. It's a straight gate, man.
And God, as you say, Evan, that man is lame.
Yeah.
He's through difficult. He's that straight gate.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. His knees are broken. But what receives health is this word. Now that brother there, I'm going to keep it real. Sure, women might look at him and say, I like a man that's look. But what gives him strength is this. You see? So even in his lower state, it's a truth that gives him a vitality, that gives him life. Man. There's hope. What you got now? So, what was that before? Salaki. Where's my... Right. Let me go back to this. Matthew chapter 20. No, we were talking about that, the immortality thing. This, 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 41. The number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. Hallowed means made holy. That's what hallowed means, made holy. And they're called from the beginning. There's a predestined thing. You're predestined to this. So the Lord has chosen you. You didn't choose the Lord. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads, he set crowns. He set a crown upon each and every one of them brothers. So this is a great assembly of men.
Coronation.
A great coronation of men. So you're talking about, I don't know why, but the Spirit keeps telling me it's going to be in the chariot that this is going to happen. I don't know, don't swear on me about it. But every time I think about this, I think that this is going to happen in the chariot, that great fathership. And you're going to see the 104,000. Obviously, you're going to have the women, because we brothers, we know that more women is going to be saved than men, because we have to reproduce, man. You're going to have women and children. Men that weren't particularly prophets or were helpers, they're also going to be delivered as well. So the men that do get saved, they're going to be crowned. Meaning what? What does a crown represent? Rulership. We're all going to be kings. We're going to rule the world to come, the earth itself. Right? But also said, Yahweh he's a young man. So, I mean, he's over 2,000 years old. And he's young still. Meaning he don't have, you know the brothers always show you Yahweh with white hair. He don't have no white hair. He's going to look young, man.
But I thought white hair represented wisdom.
But a young man, why do you have that? Because of what he was going through. Yeah. So a young man taller than all the rest. So that's the immortality